Hey guys, so this is a new thing for me. I was actually watching um, a series on YouTube about like college and how things work and how to get good grades and all that. Well, they gave me a good idea. It made me say, why don't I do a series called, well, the first series would be called How to Survive Your First Year of College on Your Own. I mean, some people may be in college already that are watching this, but these are for like the incoming freshmen, of how to know what to do and what not to do in your first year of college and pretty much life on your own. So, what I want to talk to you today about is living in the dorms. That is like one of the funnest things to do. If you ever get the chance to live in a dorm, I mean, most of the time, incoming freshmen, you have to live in dorms and whatnot, unless you like have friends or you know somebody that lives in your area that you go to school in. You could always live with them. You just have to talk to housing. Like at my school, I lived in a dorm, and last school year, and I'm living in a dorm again this school year. um, there's a few different ways to live in dorms. At my school, they have two traditional dorms and six suites. And the traditional dorms are separated by um, by gender. And in the traditional dorm, you have the community bathroom. So I definitely recommend having shower shoes and have something to carry your shampoo and stuff in. I never actually was in a traditional dorm yet, and I really hope I'm never in a traditional dorm, but I've been in one with friends and I've gotten to see like what it's like to like live in a traditional dorm. But I personally lived in the suite and I really like that. And I also lived in an LLC, which is called Living Learning Community, and that means that everyone on the floor, like last year I lived on the education floor. I'm an education major, and last year we floor 1 to floor 4 was all education majors. And well, most of them were. And so everyone on your floor was the same exact major. So most of the people on your floor you had at least one class with, which was nice because you get to go and like say like last year I didn't get one a book for my one class because I didn't have the money for it, and I found a guy on my floor that had just moved there that semester, and I asked him if I could borrow the book and whatnot. I mean, it was kind of iffy with that, so I don't really recommend doing that, like not buying the book, and then because you can't always rely on other people to help you out with that. But then, of course, having people on your floor, you can be able to say, hey, I got a question on this homework, or what pages are we supposed to read? Or some teachers will have your midterms or test or finals or anything. They'll have it on the site you use for like grades and stuff. Like we at my school called the site we're using is called D2L, or Distance to Learning, and that's where all your classes are, like your grades, and the syllabus is on there, and there's sometimes there's assignments on there that you have to do. So check your site every day. Like for me, check D2L or Blackboard or whatever you have. Check it every day because you may have assignments on there, and I actually missed a couple last semester because I didn't actually like look, but um yeah, definitely keep up with it, and just that you can go on there and be able to see your grades and all that. And then of course, speaking on the test again, you having your friends on the floor with you, you can be able to take tests together. Like fall semester, me and about um like 7 or 8 other people took our final together, including our CA, because he had that class too, but he was in a different period than I was. But yeah, so it's a great tool to use. You could be able to take tests together, do homework together, and ask questions, and then people that are in your class that are on your floor will understand what you're talking about because I mean they'll be there. So, But if you live on, like I'm still living in an LLC this year, but it's all sophomores, so we're not all the same major. Um, but um, I don't know how many education majors are on the floor, but I hope there's at least one more. So, but yeah, so just have sorry, I'm trying to think, like some things to do too, like to survive your first year is study hard. Like my first semester, I tried. Last semester really wasn't my best semester. Like I didn't do as well as I wanted to, but this year I am going to try my hardest. I'm going to get the books. I am going to read the chapters. I am going to do everything I can because I want to try and get the best grades I can. Because I want to try to get scholarships and grants and not have to get loans. Because they keep on building up and building up. So, but another thing to do is don't spend too much money on food because they do, like in my school we had this thing called flex, which is pretty much like it's just money pretty much, but you can only use it on food. So, but just because you have all that money doesn't mean you could spend it all. Like, I mean, I would recommend, like, I'm gonna watch how I do it because I'm gonna get it to where I have $455 in flex next semester. And what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna divide it up into each month, and I'm gonna say, okay, well, this is how much I can spend this month. This is how much I can spend this month. And again, at our school, what I heard is that whatever is left over, this only goes from fall to spring. It doesn't do spring to fall or anything. But what I heard is that whatever you do not use in the fall, so say I'm left with like $50, if I still have $50 when the semester ends, that will roll over to the spring. So instead of me starting with $455, I'll start with almost $500. And so that's never happened to me because I like spent it so many times, and it's really hard because we have Starbucks on our campus. So yeah, so that was always the hard part. So just watch how you spend your money, and even if you don't have flex or whatever your school calls it, watch how you spend it. And then like watch how many meals you get, and or know how many meals you have. And I personally, for me this year or this coming year, I'm going to start writing down like how many times what meal, how many meals I have, and then when I spend it or when I use the meal, and then so I can like track it so I know like, okay, well, it's Saturday, how many do I have a meal plan or a meal that I can use. um but Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I mean, that's honestly all I can think of right now. So if you can, please comment on my video and tell me if there's anything I missed or anything you want to know. Um, and I'll probably update another video about this if I can think of anything else. I'm pretty sure I will. So again, like hopefully you'll like this video, and just comment below and let me know anything else you want to know, and just, and I'll video it so you guys can find out things. So yeah, alright, bye.